Thank you all for coming today, and thank you, Ms. Hall, for allowing me to use your classroom. Have you ever felt frightened when home alone? Are you prepared to act swiftly if you are the victim of a carjacking or mugging? Many women would answer yes to this question, whereas men would not. However, many violent crimes are committed every day to both men and women, and personal safety has become an issue of importance for everyone. Many people think that victims of violent crimes are mostly women, children, seniors, and people with disabilities, but this is not true. Any of us can become victims at any moment in time. In fact, young adults between the ages of 20 and 34 experience the highest rates of violent crime, especially among males, per the Bureau of Justice Statistics nationwide. Nationwide, over 1.5 million violent crimes are committed. In Nashville alone, there are 8,513 violent crimes. Now that we've established that crime affects all of us, I'll share some shocking statistics from the National Center for Victims of Crime. In the U.S. crime clock, there is one murder every 32 minutes, one violent crime every 6 seconds, one violent crime committed on the job every 19 seconds, one robbery every 57 seconds, one physical assault every 7 seconds, one rape every 2 minutes, and 3 people become victims of a stalker every minute. So what can we do to prepare ourselves against violent crime? Here are a few simple common sense suggestions that we need to think about before we are caught in an emergency situation. Always pay attention to your gut instincts. Your intuition is a powerful insight into situations and people. Avoid a person or situation which does not feel right, because most of the time your sixth sense is right. Always pay attention to your surroundings. Look around you and look into your car before you get in. If you are parked next to a van, enter your car from the passenger door. Most serial killers attack their victims by pulling them into their vans while they are attempting to get into their cars. Avoid parking in dark areas and park in well-lighted areas only. Have your key ready and cell phone or pepper spray in hand. Did you know that you only have to hit 9 to reach a 911 operator? Always know your location address in case you ever have to give up that information. Lock all doors as soon as you get in the car and keep your windows up. Most carjacking incidents take place when vehicles are stopped at intersections. The criminals approach at a 45-degree angle in your blind spot. Avoid distractions. The criminal's primary strategy is to use the advantage of surprise. Studies have shown that criminals choose targets who appear to be unaware or what is going on around them. They look for people on their cell phone or doing other activities while walking because they are off guard and can be easily overpowered. Escape is always your best option. If you are suddenly confronted by a predator who demands you go with him in a car, an alley, or a building, do not do it. You are far more likely to be killed or seriously injured if you go with the predator than if you run away. If a robber asks for your wallet or purse, do not hand it to him. Toss it away from you. Chances are that he is more interested in your wallet than you. Then you can run mad in the other direction. If someone is in the car with a gun to your head, do not drive off. Instead, gun the engine running into anything. Get out and run. It is better than having them find your body in a remote location later. Unfortunately, no matter how diligently we practice these safety tips, we may find ourselves in a physical confrontation. It is important to understand that we can and must defend ourselves physically. Statistics clearly show that your odds of survival are far greater if you do fight back. Aim for the eyes first and the groin second. The elbow is the strongest point on your body. Use it. If your attacker puts his hands up and grabs you, grab his first 2 fingers and bend them back as far as possible. Even without much pressure, you can take someone to their knees with this technique. In closing, the sad reality is that we live in an increasingly violent society in which the fear of crime is ever present. Knowledge is power, and we can be proactive in our defense with these simple safety tips. Be aware of your surroundings and always trust your gut instincts. Avoid stairwells, dark parking lots, and other dangerous situations that make you vulnerable. Don't be distracted by talking on your phone or digging through your purse. Get in your car, lock the door, and leave. If you are approached by a predator, run. Do not go with him, even if he has a gun or weapon. Your odds of survival are always greater if you fight back. It is always better to be safe than sorry, and it is much better to be paranoid than dead. You may not beat your attacker with strength, but you can outsmart them. Thank you.